Right guys, yesterday after filming our Bolton video, talking about Bolton, tiny bit about Bury Football Club have been expelled from the English Football League, which pretty much means they are no longer a football club.
I mean, it's a very sad day for British football. Founded in 1885, 125 years they've been in the Football League. Not that the EFL seems to really care about that. It's a club with amazing history.
Yeah.
I mean, they won the FA Cup in 1900 and 1903. And Theo, do you know an interesting fact about the 1903 FA Cup final? 6-0 against Derby, and that is the joint highest margin of victory in an FA Cup final.
Now that's amazing. Now,
yeah.
I think over the years we've had some cracking memories with Bury FC. I think we actually played them, and I think we beat them 2-0 with Zach Clough scoring 2 goals. But I just remember there being a bit of a rivalry at the time.
Alright, we're off the tram. Walk into the stadium now. You don't know what we just went through to get this Bury ticket, but we got it. Here are all the Bolton fans over here and over there. The rest of the stadium is full of Bury fans. Pretty impressive. Half an hour before the game, we've already got all of them and all of them. Bolton penalty! 12 minutes! Fans starting running at the Bolton player as soon as he started about to take the throw in. How Bolton doing at the moment? How do you think Bolton doing?
We're doing okay. We can do a lot better. I think we can keep the ball better. I think we were a little bit fortunate in scoring the penalty.
Rivalries aside, honestly, I'm so sad to see this club go. So many fans. I mean, we were at Forest Green Rovers versus Bury this season when Bolton fans were invited, and the limbs in the away end. To see all those fans, to think that they no longer have a football club, it's so horrible to think.
Know.
I go out to every single Bury fan.
Goal for Bury in the 69th minute, scored by number 26, Jay O'Shea.
Goal.
Goal for Bury in the 83rd minute, scored by number 36, Nicky Neymar.
Full time.
And just look what it means to the club, the assistant manager, the gaffer himself, the players and the fans. That is a proper club. An update about Bolton, guys. We've been given a 14-day extension to complete the takeover, so thank God we've got this extension, and hopefully we'll be okay. But I'm gutted at this stage right now just to see Bury go.
I can't believe that we're never going to go to Gig Lane again.
Yeah,
that was their ground for 134 years.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest, most historic football grounds in the world. And why does this matter?
Yeah.
And sort of on a personal note, my great-granddad, Herbert Swan, played for Bury between 1903 and 1906. I think he played 40 games, scored 11 goals.
That's mad.
Before moving to Plymouth, Crystal Palace and QPR. He was a centre forward.
Nice, yeah.
Now, he died before I was born, but I visited his grave in Lytham and laid some flowers.
Yeah.
And I was tweeting about Herbert yesterday. A bloke called Daniel got in touch with me, and he is the great-grandson of Joe Leeming. 258 games for Bury between 1897 and 1907. So this history really matters to people.
But Dad, no matter whether you've got a connection with Bury FC or not, you still have to feel for them during this terrible time.
I mean, what must those thousands, tens of thousands of Bury FC fans be thinking now? How must they feel now?
It's just horrible. What do you do with your Saturday at 3 PM? What do you do midweek when you've got a cup game? What do you do when you're meant to be at Gig Lane supporting on the boys, celebrating when you score, or like Bolton celebrating a corner? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You miss those parts of your life, and so many people sort of depend on football. I did a podcast with Claude from Arsenal Fan TV yesterday, and he basically said that every football season he depends on football to keep his mental health happy.
Yes,
and
yes.
people that may be in the same situation as him, who are Bury fans, are now really like, what do they do?
Yeah.
What do they do with their, like, it really puts people's mental health at risk when there's no football because people depend on it. And do you remember the...
Yes,
yeah.
I correspond, and this is a true story, I forgot to mention it yesterday. I correspond with a young man, I won't say his team, I won't say his name.
Yeah.
Let's call him John, that's a made-up name.
Yeah.
John said to me that if it wasn't for football, it wasn't for his team on a Saturday, he'd have killed himself by now.
Wow.
Now that's coming straight from his lips. That's what football means to some people.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in North Lancashire in the 70s. You know, there wasn't much to do.
Yeah.
So when Saturday comes in somewhere like Lancaster, Bury, Bolton, Oldham, it's the highlight of your week.
Yeah, it's the passion, it's your love.
It is. It's more. It's.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone.
How?
in Bury.
Oh, it's
And I
horrible,
just
honestly.
think, and I feel like you know, the whole of the football world should be in mourning today.
Yeah.
And you know, in Lancashire, there's some great rivalries, aren't there?
Yeah.
What are the, who are Bolton rivals with?
Burnley, Blackburn, Wigan, Preston,
Yeah.
Blackpool, and of course Bury as well.
And absolutely. And over the years, we've had some banter. Some of the younger lads have maybe had a few scraps. But when this happens,
yeah,
when a Bury goes under,
everyone has to come together.
we come together like brothers.
We have to.
And you know how I feel today?
Yeah.
I feel like today we are all Bury Football Club.
And you know what? I wish we were all Bury Football Club yesterday, because a team like Man City could have put a bit of investment into Bury and it could have saved them. What do you think went wrong?
What went
at Bury
wrong?
FC?
Well, you've got to go back, I think, to 2001, 2002, and something called ITV Digital was set up.
I don't know what that
Yes,
is.
that was all about. It was going to be about screening lower league football on ITV.
And I think that would have been a great way to get money into the club.
It would have brought lots of money to teams like Oldham and
So
Bury
why
and
did it
Bolton.
not go on?
It collapsed. It financially collapsed. That led to the administration of Bury Football Club, and Bury was only saved by the supporters.
Wow, okay.
Coming together.
Okay.
2012, more problems, more financial problems, and there was a transfer embargo. And this is a very brief history.
Yeah.
But then in December 2018, sadly, a businessman in inverted commas called Steve Dale bought the club.
He is everything that a previous owner of Bolton Wanderers reminds me of. He's not a football fan. He's literally doesn't know how to run a football club. He said in an interview that he didn't even know that Bury Football Club were a thing when he bought them. He doesn't go to the games. He doesn't go to the town. He is the worst possible owner you can get.
Yeah.
And I'd put him up there with the Andersons and the Oystons because of this world. It's honestly, it's shocking what he's done.
So over the last 8 months, it's been a story of unpaid wages, unpaid creditors,
and
winding up petitions,
That's not what pisses me off the most. When I watched Bury FC against Forest Green Rovers, they played some really nice football. They had some top players, Adam Thompson, Neil Dans, to name a few. I saw them play some really good football. Bury FC were pushing to go up in the league.
They were promoted last season.
Last season, they were literally promoted. And they played some beautiful football, and I remember it. So to think they're now in a shocking situation, it's mind-boggling.
Yes, and then basically yesterday there was the possible sale to an organisation called CNN Sporting Risk. For whatever reason they walked away.
Yeah.
So
probably because Steve Dale asked for too much money. I wouldn't be surprised. He shouldn't be allowed near a football club in the future.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just as a Bolton fan. In the next 2 weeks, will Ken Anderson prove to be a bigger man than Steve Dale?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be thinking of making money. If you make money, fine. You should be thinking of communities, the supporters, the passion.
I know for a fact if I didn't have Bolton, I'd be like, I wouldn't have this channel. I mean, it started off Bolton. Like, this is what made my career,
Yeah.
And thanks to the fans, I've been able to have it as a job. But imagine my club disappears tomorrow, and what do I do? Honestly, it's a horrible question. But
so, I mean, we're asking the question now: why does this matter?
A whole load of football history, British football history, has disappeared last night. Okay?
Correct.
2 FA Cups.
Yes.
One of the oldest football clubs in England have just disappeared.
Secondly, as we've already said, the Bury community died a little bit yesterday. It had a little bit of its heart and soul ripped out.
Yes, I saw an article by The Independent that showed that they think this could be the beginning of a domino effect where more clubs go under.
Yes.
And you need to, as a football fan, whatever club you support, If you're, whatever financial situation you're in, you could be going through what Bolton and Bury are. So have some respect. And I've seen a lot of United fans, you know, showing a love Glazers, hate United flag that a Bolton fan put up, right? That was one Bolton fan. One Bolton fan should not depend on the whole United fan base on whether you're going to be happy or not with Bolton going under.
It's funny actually, because Bury last season, we went to Forest Green Bury, and some of the Bury fans put up a jokey, a banter poster about Ken Anderson supporting.
Exactly.
But you know what?
But that doesn't make us think...
That's banter, you know what? That's banter. And I'm just heartbroken today. Yesterday, we put out a little agenda, a manifesto, our message to the EFL. Now, nearly 100,000 people have watched that video. We've not had a response from the EFL. But please, respectfully, we'd like you to listen to these ideas.
I just want to say thank you very much for all the support in yesterday's video. It really does mean a lot, and it helped us get through it whilst we were waiting for updates at Bolton, and thank God we got an extension. But this message still stands. Even if Bolton survive, these EFL messages that we're about to list still stand. Thogdad, what are they?
Number one, the fit and proper owners test must be strengthened.
I mean, we literally said that yesterday, and we know you guys understood what we meant on that one. It has to be done. No more Steve Dales, no more Ken Andersons, no more Eastons.
Message number two, monitoring of clubs must be improved. Thirdly, we must explore different methods of football club ownership, and I'm thinking in particular fan ownership. Now, if Bolton were to die in the next 2 weeks, number one, I'd be heartbroken. Number two, I'd put my hand in my pocket and I'd be part of the Phoenix Club. Definitely. I would be a part owner of New Bolton Wanderers, 100%. And we'd get it back up and running, and we'd run it properly and honestly.
They're the ones who care about the club more than anyone else in the world, so they're going to run it with their own money properly, unlike Steve Dale, who doesn't even like football, but just went in for a little profit.
Fourth message, this is more for the politicians. I want to see laws that stop owners deliberately bankrupting or asset stripping their clubs. So politicians, I don't want you just to tweet about how bad it is at Bury and Bolton. That doesn't help one jot. And message number five, Theo raised this one, it's a very good point. EFL, let's have a stability fund of a few million quid, right, coming from the billions that's in the Premier League.
It means nothing at Premier League level. The amount they get from TV alone, all right, around the world, maybe 1% of that went into a stability fund for the lower league and the grassroots and the non-league. It would change the game. It would help us out so much. If we actually worked as a football community, there are so many clubs down at the bottom that would be saved, helped out. All we want to do, Bolton, Bury's, Coventry's, anyone, you know, Notts counties, when we all had our difficult situations, all we wanted was a little bit of cash from somewhere to run. Not to spend it on loads of big players, just so we could go support our team on a Saturday at 3 PM.
Think about those 5 messages. Do it now, before it's too late. Because Bury's gone, Bolton might be gone in 2 weeks.
And who knows who comes next.
And I'm worried for the likes of Oldham's. Please act now. We are sleepwalking into the death of our lower league game. I want to hear from Bury fans. And my God, I feel for you. I really, really feel for you. Today, we are all Bury Football Club.
Please let us know what should be done in the future in the EFL in the comments. The likes yesterday was unreal. If we could do that again, it would be amazing. Subscribe to be updated in the future videos, and we'll see you later. Bye guys, in a bit.